We go.
All right, what's up, everyone? Generations back for UFC 303. Excited for this show. Excited for what's coming up. Little upset we weren't able to catch Connor and Chandler going on for this one, but they did make some moves and do some things. So it was, it was worked out to where we were able to, fix it hopefully. And we're gonna watch a good show tonight with Herrera and Prohaska. I'm excited. G, what about you?
I'm excited. Sadly, the Connor fight. I guess he got hurt. Hopefully they can reschedule that. But right now it will be Yuri Prohaska and Alex Pereira in the main event. Let's go. We'll talk about that fight later too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for it. We'll see what all is gonna happen with it, and hope that what we get to see here and we get to witness turns out to be a good show.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right. He's like Prohaska, Pereira. Let's get ready for it. Coming at you live. Generations next. All right, buddy. 303 is upon us, and no Connor is on the lineup. What you think about that?
I don't know, bro. That sucks because you know how much I love Connor, how much I wanted to see him fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's it's been forever since he's fought, and honestly, it just it sucked. He got hurt during training camp, but hopefully they'll fight later this year, or you never know. This might be it for him. So
look at our guy just drive, man, leaving some.
I can't see the comments.
Oh yeah, I'm posting them up for you though, saying it's gonna be a good one. 303 is gonna work out. I'm excited for it. It's like thanks for jumping in, Just Drive. But yeah, I mean, we're excited to see what it's got. There's some other people on this card, and you know that. It's our boy Herbs. I was gonna hit him up today too.
This comment up.
Huh? He just said it's Herbs too fresh.
Oh.
Yeah. He got to get on here with us. That's my boy. That dude he's a genius in watching the fight game and observing it and being able to break it down. But yeah, I think that there's some people we're going to get to see tonight with these prelims that are getting ready to start. Actually, like now, I think the early prelims are jumping on.
Yeah.
But they're going to have Peyton Talbot on there. And Peyton Talbot, you and I talked about him, and I was telling you about how this kid's supposed to be the future. You know what I'm saying?
He's that bantamweight division, yeah.
He's a little dude. He's in that bantamweight. He's a banger. He's gonna be somebody fun to watch. And they got some other guys fighting down in that early prelims. I think Arlovsky's down there. Arlovsky used to be at one time. And yeah, it's true.
They got the what were we calling her earlier?
Oh, the karate hottie.
Yeah, the karate hottie.
Yeah, the karate hottie. Yeah, she's fighting on the lower card on the early prelims. Cub Swanson's down there, but I think Cub Swanson's in the prelims actually. So I get to see him.
Honestly, this card is nothing like it was going to be with Conor because all Jamal Hill's fight is out, Conor's fight is out. You know what I mean? It's like a totally different pay-per-view. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Herbs is talking about MVP is his favorite fight. MVP.
Oh
Ian
yeah,
Gary fight.
Ian Gary MVP. That's gonna be an amazing fight.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that one. But yeah, I'm excited, G. I'm excited though still to see what happens. I thought the Prohaska Pereira fight was a good fight until he was able to stumble Prohaska, and he did some things then after that. But Yuri was banging with him. You know what I mean? And was right there with him toe to toe, and I thought it was a good fight. And then Alex does what Alex does, and he ends shit out of nowhere. So, yeah, definitely a better card than what was
going to be.
Because then before it was going to be all the focus was just around Chandler and Conor, and now they got a few good fights with Diego Lopez as well.
Kind of had to, you know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
Because
they had to make it worth people's money that were coming out now,
like even that Brian Ortega fight. Like, they had to move that up to 55 because they couldn't make weight.
Yeah. I think it was Thursday night. They were talking about that. Brian Ortega's camp had to call Diego Lopez and them and tell him, like, hey, we can't get below 51. He can't get under it. He's struggling. Can we bump it up to 55? And luckily for Brian Ortega, Diego Lopez is the fighter that he is. And he wants to, be able to make something out of it. So I thought that was pretty stand up by him to do that.
Because he could have said no.
Oh, for sure. I mean? Definitely. He could have definitely been a pain about it and been like, nah, I'm good. And that would have just, kind of hurt him more than anything. But luckily, things happen for a reason. And hopefully this proves to him that even when Diego does decide to make that jump to go up, he's gonna, he's gonna go ahead and go up and fight everyone.
This hat's annoying me.
We'll turn it around.
Okay.
But so I think that the card's gonna be exciting, a lot more exciting, like you were saying, Herbs was saying, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a lot more exciting. To be able to get in there and watch this card with more stuff going on. But I'm excited to even get on and watch some of these early prelims and some of the prelims that are going to go on, because it's going to be a good night of fights. I think you're going to get to see some stuff. Like I said, I want to see Peyton Talbot fight and see what he's got.
Oh, I can't see the things now. The comments.
Oh yeah, did you go up to the gist of the comment side?
Yeah, I didn't see anything like updated though.
Oh yeah. And so yeah, I'm let's get going. G, you ready to start talking about these?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, let's go ahead and jump in with that. Ricky Simon fight. We don't care about those. Like I said, Arlovsky's fighting early. Peyton Talbot. Super excited to see this kid. Like I said, I think he's going to bring some heat, bring a little flavor to the division. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what he's going to bring. Let's get that off the screen there. And yeah, let's get started with these guys though. Let's get started on the main card. The main card is going to be dropping. And that first fight on the main card is going to start it off. We're going to be excited for it when it does. Be excited for it. It's going to be that number 7, Ian Gary, 162, the favorite, versus number 14 MVP. I don't know what to think, though.
He should be the favorite. He's undefeated.
I'm excited to see this one. He is young, fresh. He is the up and comer. He seems like he's just He seems like he's just bigger built too for the weight class Ian Gary
Yeah,
is.
I feel like he looks like he'd be like a 185. Like he looks like he's too big for that 170 division.
Well, he
Almost.
definitely is, because if you see, he's coming tonight at 181.9. You know what I mean? Which
That's like what 15 pounds he just. Oh no, like 10,
11. It's 11.
11.
Yeah, 12 pounds. He's walked in heavier. So yeah, I mean,
a boy saying highlight coming KO MVP.
well, we'll see. I mean, that's what I'm saying. This is the one to watch. This is going to be a great matchup because of the speed that Michael Venom Page brings. I don't think Ian Machado has seen anybody quite this quick.
But like he hasn't even fought in anyone like, oh my god, yet. Like he fought Jeff Neal, right? And that's really it.
Yeah, I mean, we can actually go into what Ian Gary said.
His last fight was close against was it against Jeff Neal? I know.
Yeah.
I forget.
Yeah.
It was close. I'm like, yeah. Yeah.
And then he fought Neo Magny before that, which is kind of funny because if you look at their pictures, they almost look the same, except for one's got you know what I mean?
Dreads.
Yeah, that's it. He's got, but yeah, Jeff Neal and Neo Magny. It's funny. But yeah, both. I mean, Jeff Neal's a good fight though. He hits hard. Ian Gary had to show a little wear and tear in that fight, and still came out on top. I don't think that was one of his most impressive fights. I personally wasn't that impressed with it, but yeah, I thought it was okay.
Magny. I think
Neo Magny is old. He said Neo Magny's weak. He's old too. He's a gatekeeper now. He's just somebody you fight on the way up kind of thing. But
I feel like Ian, this is his first real like experience of fighting someone like a championship caliber fighter. You know what I mean, Dad?
Yeah, like, for sure.
And MVP's like Ian's size. Like he's not much smaller than Ian. You know what I mean?
They're actually the same height. You know what I mean? They're both the same height. They're both 6'3". They're not little guys.
But I hate how that does that. It goes down to the prelims.
That's okay.
How much is MVP weighing in at?
They're still showing him at 170.
I don't believe that.
No, I'm sure he's getting some weight coming in, but those were on there since earlier this afternoon, and so yeah, I think MVP speed and like I don't know
how he fights is so unorthodox.
Yeah, but I don't know if you saw it when he fought Kevin Holland. When he was making his debut, and Kevin Holland said that his speed, he was like, he's faster than what we thought.
Yeah.
He's faster than what we thought.
He's crazy, bro. MVP's, he's different. You know what I mean?
And I think that was big for MVP because, when MVP first came in, I watched him before on the Bellator days, and I've seen him have some crazy highlights, and I've seen him get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember when the first time he got knocked out, and it was kind of crazy. And I was like, oh no, finally caught up to him. But he came right back with the style, and didn't shy away from it. That was him, and that was the way he was going to fight, and that was, and it's proved to work well for him. I mean, the kid's 22-2. He's later in his career than Ian Gary, but he's still hungry because he's now just making his way over to the UFC. So
some people are saying even though Ian Gary isn't like a top 5 contender, if MVP wins, they might give him a title shot because MVP's like so much like he's getting up there in age. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for
like
sure.
It might. Yeah, I don't know.
For sure.
I want to see MVP Leon. I think that'll be a really good fight if that happens one day.
Yeah, I think it will be too. Hopefully, I mean, we never know where we're going to catch, you know what I mean? But this is the start of that. This is kind of going to tell us what direction they're really pushing MVP in, because Ian Gary's their boy. They were hoping he was going to be the next Conor McGregor, and in a different way though, because he is a little different. His fighting style is not like Conor, other than where they're from.
And Ireland.
Kind of the path that they've each taken, going through Cage Warriors and stuff to get to where they are. So yeah, I think it's cool. I think it's gonna be a great fight. I'm excited to see it, and I guess we'll give our fight predictions at the end, but
Yeah.
that's kind of what we think about that fight with Ian McGarry.
Yeah, I think UFC does want MVP to lose this fight because you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
Sucrest said,
I think they're gonna run him through the gauntlet, like of
they're gonna give him
rank.
Usman and all those guys. They don't want to. I don't think they're gonna give him an easy path to the title.
No, for sure. I mean, starting with Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland's not, Kevin Holland's a lot like his style. You know what I mean? Like not as bouncy.
No one's like, yeah.
Yeah, not as bouncy, not as quick, but like that same, bringing the talk and coming at you and punching you in your face right after he tells you he's gonna punch you in your face.
And then him throwing you and then just dancing.
Yeah, but Michael Venom Page showed him that there's levels to that shit, and he was able to do that. But yeah, I'm excited for it. But, and we'll talk about who we think are going to be the winners later in the show.
Yeah.
We're going to skip over to Myra Silva and Macy Shizen because I didn't really prepare for that.
Yeah, no offense to the win. I'm sorry, but we didn't prepare for it.
Yeah. Anthony Smith, Roman Dolidze. This was a super pop-up fight. Anthony Smith's a killer, so he's ready to fight whenever.
Roman's but he was supposed to be on the commentary, I think, for 303. You know what I mean?
I believe he probably was.
He wasn't supposed to be fighting, and then they just threw him in there.
Yeah, because he's a lot of times in the pre-show, and they probably asked him. They probably said to him, like, "Hey, listen, you're gonna be there anyway. You want to go ahead and
fight?
You know what I mean? Jump on board and just fight with us." And he's probably like, "I'm down. Let's do it." You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm excited to see Anthony. Smith. He had a good fight last fight, and I know you saw that.
Yeah, yeah. And then remember after the fight, they said he was still undefeated in the ring. They said still undefeated. I remember that. I remember seeing it on the YouTube. And they said how he was still undefeated. Bruce Buffer.
Well, the guy he beat, last fight was undefeated, and I think that was Buffer's mistake when he was announcing the winner at the end. So
yeah, Smith is getting to the end.
He is. He's later in his career. He knows that. I think what he was able to do in that last fight, he kind of showed that he wasn't going to be considered a gatekeeper. But I mean, let's be honest. He is on the decline of his career. He's later in it. I mean, the kid's fought. I mean, what does it say? 57 times, 38 and 19. Like, come on. You know what I mean? You're getting up into 60 fights, professional fights. Yeah, it's okay to call it a wrap. You've had a good, illustrious career. But yeah, I like watching him fight, though. I like to see what he did to Petrino. He kind of set Petrino up for the guillotine. The kid slammed him, you know what I mean? Afterwards, tried to get him off. It's too late. You know what I mean? You got a big guy like that who's well versed in in jiu-jitsu and just, I mean, MMA altogether. He's going to get that tight of a lock in. You're going to guarantee you're going to either tap or go to sleep. So you choose.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited. I don't know much about Dolidze, but we can check him out. You know what I mean? See what he's bringing. I think that like you said, this was a quick throw together fight because when Conor went astray and it kind of made a mess of the card. But yeah, I think this looks like he's coming off a loss to Amivov, but I think
is pretty good.
Well, he's coming off of 2 losses because he lost to Martin Vettori too. It looks like.
Dang.
But that's okay. I mean, he lost to 2 good, fighters, and I mean, both of them were decisions. It wasn't like he got
knocked out.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think that's pretty good for him. I think this will probably be a pretty good fight between him and Anthony Smith, and maybe something that helps get this guy back on track in the division. You know what I mean? And it may be something that helps.
Maybe Smith could get another title shot. You never know.
You never know. I mean, this guy's not ranked, so I don't think it's going to push to that level just yet. But I think that, yeah, it's going to have to be. It's a fill-in fight, and you know what I mean. We got to look at it as such. So
Yeah,
I think it'll be a good fight. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. You know what I mean? It's like I said, it's a card filler, something that we both be excited and entertained to watch. But yeah, I'm not going to talk crap either way because, like I said, I like Anthony Smith. I appreciate what he's doing, and that him and Roman are willing to come in and put on a fight for us. You know,
2 fight of the night bonuses. Who's getting them, Dad? Who wants to know?
I don't know. I think it might be these 2 fights right here that we're looking at. You know what I mean? Take a look at.
Maybe MVP Ian. You never know, bro.
Yeah, I think MVP Ian's going to be a great fight. I hope, and you know, I mean, I hope that we get to see
a knockout.
Yeah, I hope that we get to see speed versus power.
Hopefully, it's not like the Strickland and Costa fight because we thought that fight was going to be amazing and it stunk. That fight was terrible.
Well, both of them dudes knew they had knockout power and knew that they didn't want to get knocked out, so they slowly both came across the ring and you know what I mean, did a lot of juking and jiving, but a whole bunch of nothing. You and I were both like, come on, throw some punches, do something, like, let's watch this. You know what I mean? Good fight. And it never got to that, and that's okay. You know, it happens sometimes.
I think, yeah. Yes, Strickland did walk him down. I think
that's what he was doing. He's just stepping towards him the whole time. Costa was just on the back foot. Yeah, Costa was on the back foot, just never really letting it become a fight.
And Strickland was throwing a lot of kicks. That was weird to see, you know what I mean?
He was trying to stay out of distance too. He wasn't trying to get hit by them hammers that Paulo Costa got. Paulo got hammers too, you know. So yeah, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the co-main event and the main event of the evening. Sad that Brian Ortega wasn't able to make weight, but you know, Brian's had a weird couple last years, so I'm surprised that he's even found himself in this position. Fighting.
Hurts to fresh at how Lopez is joining the big leagues, which he's right, sure, but Brian's been on like you know what I mean, a
hiatus.
Yeah, hiatus for sure.
Yeah, he's had a weird couple last years. A lot of personal things going on. Don't really want to get into all that, but yeah, he's. I like Brian Ortega. I thought he was a great fighter, and I still think he's a great fighter. I think, you know, I know you never. You probably watched it now, the Volkanovski Brian Ortega fight, but
yeah,
Vol got lucky not to get put out by Ortega because Ortega had in.
then I also
guillotine, bro.
Well, then I also saw the Max Holloway Ortega fight, and Max Holloway was making him look stupid. So you never really know from Brian Ortega.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's different. That was a boxing game, you know, when you go into a brawl match with somebody like Volkanovski, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm excited for this one. Let's take a look at Brian Ortega first. You know, he's 16-3. Yeah, nothing too crazy. We know what he is. You know, he's
jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, he's a submission guy.
Like, when was the last time he fought?
He take a look. It shows you right there.
I can't see.
February. You need to make your screen big screen when you're looking at the comments.
Oh, there we go. February 24th.
Yeah, and then his fight before that was July 16th of 2022.
And then 2021.
Yeah, it was like a year and 8 months, and then almost a year before that against Volkanovski, and just he's had a lot of issues, like I said, in these past couple of years. So I don't know. I don't know what to expect from him. I'm hoping, you know what I mean? He looked like he was in good shape when we saw him in this last time when he fought Yair Rodriguez, you know what I mean? He looked pretty good. I thought that was a pretty good fight by him. He looked just different though. He's different. And I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna be able to get in with somebody like who's a killer like Diego Lopez, because Diego Lopez is a killer. A nice looking guy, great hair, smiles at you, and will come and punch you in the face. So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, and Lopez isn't bad on the ground. He's pretty good on the ground too. Like, let's look at the grappling real quick. Can you press the grappling right there? Oh, well, okay.
Sorry.
It's fine. He's 24-6. We just saw him fight not that long ago.
Yeah. I mean, he's been doing his thing though as of late. I mean, the kid's really packed on a lot of muscle. I don't know if you've ever seen the width of this dude's neck. His neck he looks like a linebacker from the NFL. But yeah, I think he's been kicking ass lately, and I'd like to see what he's gonna do for some more fights, you know. Super excited to see what he brings because he's always bringing that heat, and yeah, I want to see it because I mean, like I said, he's a good fighter. Once again, could be fight of the night. Who knows? Like I said, what Brian Ortega we're gonna get? If we're gonna get the Brian Ortega who fought in that last fight, or if we're gonna get the guy who was, you know, pre last fight ready to hiatus. You know what I'm saying? And get out of there.
Yeah.
Anything else about Diego?
No. I think it's time for the main event.
All right.
160. Oh yeah, well, I hit 55. Here we go. The main event of the evening.
Hold on. All right, the champ.
Who has ever won in two quicker UFC titles than Alex Poatan Pereira? Right, Dad?
Well,
he only has 12 fights.
Well, and this is only his 8th, I think, in the UFC.
Yeah,
he's been able to win 2 titles and defend the belt, and
only lost once.
Yeah, his only loss is to Israel Adesanya.
Well, in the UFC.
Yeah.
I love Yuri though. Yuri is witchcraft.
Yeah. That's the truth. Yuri, I tell you what, man. Yuri came in, and I don't know if anybody saw it, but he had the little bag of anti-witchcraft dust around his neck. Yuri ain't playing that. He's trying to
fight him one-on-one. Don't bring out the demons.
Yeah, he's trying to make it a straight fight.
I think last time that it was too early of a call. He was making himself back up. You know what I mean, Dad?
Yeah, but he kind of got rocked. He was rocked when he went down and lay flat on his back. He was, and you don't get that so much because you've never been in that situation personally. But like when you see it, you know what I mean. Like he was getting hurt. He was getting hurt, and it was
yeah.
But that's what Alex does to somebody. Alex, I mean, but Yuri was banging with him earlier in that fight when they were both getting to that point. I thought Yuri was kind of almost winning the fight the way he was being able to move Alex around and wrestle Alex, and you know he was doing some things that were positive for him, and I think that's what he's going to try to do tonight is get right back to that, focus on trying to get him down, trying to, you know what I mean?
I think
maul him on the ground.
If Yuri could get him on the ground, Yuri could win. If Yuri, because Yuri's not a terrible ground striker, you know, like he
sure.
choked out Glover Teixeira, you know what I mean? Like,
which is Alex's
trainer.
You know what I mean? Which, you know, I mean, that's what I mean. He wants to be able to say he's beat them both. So
Yeah, I would like to see Yuri get it done, but Alex Pereira is Alex Pereira, so you never know. You know what I mean?
oh, for sure. You know, but yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I'm excited for it. My boy, he's over here like he was rock, but not out. No, I didn't say
You heard
he
that,
wasn't out.
yeah.
He wasn't out. You know what I mean? He was, but he was when he went down to his back, like
Yeah, he was hurt.
Yuri just don't give that position up for nothing. He was on his way out. That was kind of like pretty much he was asleep and kind of fell back like that, and then yeah, he started waking up from the punches he was taking upside the head again. Started to wake him up like oh, and by then it was too late because Yuri just don't go flopping to his back like that unless he's out.
Yeah, out. Yeah, but yeah. I think it was a little early of a stoppage. I think if it was a title fight, like let Yuri go out. I think Yuri wanted that too. And Yuri's also a crazy guy, bro. He'd be going in that shed 3 days before the fight, no water, no food.
Yeah, when they announced it, 3 days before training. Yeah,
oh,
he knew it was coming up. Yeah, he knew it was coming up, so that's why he kind of went into his show and kind of did this thing. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited for what everything. I can't wait to see these two because they are two big bad dudes. Always excited to see Poatan fight, and that's what I'm saying. This makes for a great matchup. This makes for the era of a new battle because if Yuri wins, they have to have a third fight. Let's be honest.
Sure. Yeah. Oh, for sure. If Yuri wins, they have to have a third fight. Honestly, like this is already like a big rivalry, and I feel like because everyone knows as Alex as this crazy Brazilian guy, but Yuri is crazy too. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. And it'll make for a banger fight. I'm excited to see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let's get to the predictions now.
All right, hold on. Let's knock that one off. We're gonna move this out of here. Bring us back up. All right. We're gonna get to the make your pick. All right, my guy. We're gonna start with the Ian Gary.
I think this could be knockout of the night. You never know, you know what I mean? Like I feel like any guy could really catch the other guy. You know what I mean? Like slip in and knock him out. But I think MVP knocks him out in round 2. Like, I don't know. I just want to see an MVP knockout. I think it's time. I think he'll knock Ian Gary out in round 2.
That's a good choice, man. I'll tell you what, I'm excited to see this fight as well. This fight definitely does have fight of the night written all over it. You know, we talked about it. Herbs was talking about it. And I think that, you know what I mean, this is going to be a banger. I'm excited to see MVP in the UFC now, being able to come in and fight in this division. This is a great division. I think he's added to that greatness. I like Ian Gary. I'm just not sold on Ian Gary. So I'm going to go with you on this one. MVP. Knockout.
Round 2. I know he's going to be happy about that prediction.
Yeah. Yeah, let's talk about the Anthony Smith Roman Dolidze fight. We'll quick and throw in a little prediction for it. Go ahead.
I don't really know about Dolidze. Wait, how do you say it?
Dolidze, I think.
Dolidze. I don't know much about him really. So I think Lionheart wins this one by decision. I'm gonna say for this time.
Okay.
I think he'll win by decision.
That's not a bad choice. Yeah, I think it's a good fight. I don't know what kind of shape either one of these guys are really going to be in. They didn't have much of a notice as well. There's no odds on this fight. That's the reason why I didn't have them on the screen. And yeah, number 10 versus unranked guy. I don't think this will be that great of a fight. I think it can be a good fight. Yeah, I'm with you, Anthony Smith. Over Delize, but I'm gonna say submission round 2.
Okay.
All right, let's get to the co-main event of the evening. Brian Ortega versus Diego Lopez. Lopez is the favorite, G. I think that I mean, this is gonna be a good fight. I am excited to see Brian Ortega back in there. I always like Brian. I thought he was good, thought he was fun. I didn't put their rankings on here because of the fact that they ended up having to go up to 55 for this fight. At 45, they were both ranked. But Diego's the up and comer. I think he's the killer. He's going go in. I think he's gonna finish Brian Ortega with the knockout round 2.
I think I think Lopez should be the favorite. I mean Ortega. I think Hoops Too Fresh is saying how he might have an injury like Ortega. I don't know. I mean Lopez has been very active and Ortega hasn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that is going to catch up to Ortega. Lopez round 3 knockout.
Okay. Not a bad choice, my guy. All right. Let's talk about the main event of the evening. I'm going to let you go ahead and get started on this one. Go ahead, G. Tell me what you got.
I think somebody's getting knocked out. You know what I mean? Like, I feel it. Someone's going to get knocked out. You don't know who. Last fight, I think Yuri was winning, and then Pereira caught him with that hook, right, and then put him on a knee and was hitting ground and pounding him. I think it was a little early of a stoppage, but you never know. It's Alex Pereira. I think this fight, Yuri's gonna come and attack. He's not gonna just strike. He's gonna go on the ground. I think he's gonna beat Pereira up on the ground a little bit, and I have Prohaska winning round 4 TKO.
Ooh, let's go, my guy. I see you. I'm excited for this one. I'm telling you, like for them to kind of fall out with the Conor and Chandler fight, I think this was a great fight for them to have in replacement. I thought the first time these two were banging. Like you said, Poatan caught him. He had gone down to his knees, hit him with a couple elbow shots and stuff, and the guy kind of flopped to his back. Like I said, he was on his way out, and it was a great fight. I'm excited to watch it again, but I think the tables are going to be turned this time. I think Jerry's going to pull it out. I think it's going to be something good to watch, which is going to make for a trilogy at least, if not, another fight, because I think these guys are going to continue to put on a good show. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for this one, but I think Yuri's going to find a way to win this one, and TKO. But I'm gonna go round
3.
Yeah. So, guys, I appreciate y'all coming out. Herbs Too Fresh putting in his 2 cents. Coming in and getting in that comment board, because I know some people get on and they're watching and they don't want to jump in and get on the board with us and chat with us.
For 3 or 4, we need to have him come in.
Yeah, on the podcast with us.
Yeah,
for sure. But yeah, super excited for the show. Herbs, hit me up. We'll get on with you, and super excited for what we're about to watch tonight, Gene. You know what I mean? Because we were talking about 303. The card didn't turn out to what we were hoping, but hey, not a bad feeling. So
yeah, for sure.
All right, G. I'll let you drop into your last few comments before you cut out, my guy. Tell me what you got.
I feel like this is gonna be an amazing fight card, and I can't wait to watch it. Hopefully, I'll stay up for this Pereira fight, because last time I fell asleep. And until next time, you've been Gavinized.
All right, guys. Appreciate you coming out. Check it out. Watch UFC 303. See if our predictions come true. We'll talk about it again sometime. But we'll check you out. Generations over. Out.